if people are like, oh, you should take more time, I'm like, did you hear Rachmaninoff play?
From WQXR and Carnegie Hall, this is Classical Music Happy Hour, a new podcast hosted by me, pianist Manny Ax. Every episode I'll speak with a special guest about their relationship with music. We'll delve into their love of some surprising and not so surprising musical pieces, answer your classical queries, and take part in playful musical games. Today's guest is one of classical music's brightest stars. Born into a musical family in Beijing, she soon rose to international acclaim, performing with some of the world's greatest musicians, ensembles, and conductors. In recent years, she has done projects as varied as a Rachmaninoff marathon, playing all 5 piano and orchestra pieces in a single day, and a concert incorporating David Hockney paintings. Last year, she won her first Grammy for the album The American Project. It is my dream to become the president of her fan club. Yuja Wang, a great pleasure to welcome you to the show.
That's so sweet. Thank you for having me.
Did you grow up in a musical home? Were your parents both musicians?
Yep. Mom dancer, father percussionist.
Dancer?
Dancer, yeah, crazy. No.
Okay.
No, very disciplined. That people mention about my posture, that's all her doing.
Well, you do look in fabulous physical shape.
Well, she wanted me to be a dancer.
I see.
And then I escaped it by pretending I liked the piano. and then it became pretty real. Actually, playing on the piano was fun in the beginning because I can translate the scores. But now everything's so visual. I'm only good at sight reading. I cannot memorize anything.
No, but you are a phenomenal sight reader, in fact. For people who may not understand that term, sight reading is simply you have a piece of music that you don't know. And the music is in front of you.
Yeah.
And you try and play it as you're looking at it for the first time.
Yeah.
And you are, in fact, phenomenal at it. I know that at one lesson you actually sight-read the Bartók First Violin Sonata.
Oh.
Accompanying someone. Jamie Laredo told me.
Yeah, but after that, I don't remember.
Well, that's not important, especially these days with iPads and so forth.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also know you listen to a lot of music and you know a lot of music. Does hearing other music influence how you play? So let's say you play a Beethoven sonata, but you've heard the 9 symphonies.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Or the string quartet. It's like getting into that composer's language, like their complete works. Like if I do a Bartók concerto, I'll hear the Bluebeard chasse, which I actually really like. Okay. I would hear that again.
Can you give me an example? Like I saw that you recorded a Beethoven sonata, Opus 31, number 3, called The Hunt. Are there things in other Beethoven pieces that would connect to that, do you think?
There were 3 of them, and it's like elegant humor. And I find that in the first one, number 1.
Yeah.
It's like he wrote out when pianists cannot play 2 hands together.
Absolutely. It's very funny.
And there's just lots of humor in this one as well. Like, it sounds like he's written out when we screw up in a concert. Like, there's a scale where it's triplets.
Too many notes for the right rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I get it.
I love that little humor in that.
It's also in the key of E flat. So I thought there might be pieces that have, horn stuff and things like that connect,
They all sound like horn stuff as long as they're in B flat or E flat for me. Obviously the E flat, the Emperor Concerto.
So Les Adieux kind of connects a little bit because of the horn things. Maybe. Yeah.
See, I don't even remember that sonata.
That's okay. There's no need to remember it now. It's fine.
There are pieces that I learned before 20. I can be drunk and no sleep and whatever. And I can be in front of the piano and then I can it just comes out. It's permanently remembered.
Well, but part of it is because you play an incredible range of repertoire. You play so many pieces. And one of the things I wanted to ask you about was how do you keep them going? So, for example, you played Tchaikovsky Concerto in Toronto.
Yeah.
You're doing a piece by Rautovara,
Yeah.
right? I mean, these are...
But that I'm using my iPad.
But you still have to get your hands to go to the right key.
Well, that's lots of elbows, actually. So it's different muscles, yes, but it's...
Okay. But I know that you, for example, let's talk about playing the 5 pieces of Rachmaninoff in one day.
Yeah.
There's an incredible number of notes that you have to keep working on and be accurate with. How do you find time?
Well, the Rachmaninoff I played, like, say, Rach 3, I played so many times throughout the year, singly. And 2 also.
Okay.
And then I remember 4, I was in for one season, I was playing a lot because it's a fabulous piece and exquisite and actually just one of my favorite. But then just put them all together. It's about amount of notes that you have to play in a recital anyways.
But do you feel like you have to work 24 hours a day
No,
sometimes? No. You're not that big a practicer?
No, and sometimes it shows.
Well,
I did a big fat wrong note in the Tchaikovsky. I was like, wow, even if I try to play wrong note there, it doesn't happen.
That's one wrong note.
Yeah.
Out of what, 17
but
million?
But it's a very obvious one.
Well, that's okay.
But then sometimes, like, as I get older, I always use Horowitz as an example. It's like, I got the emotional cross. That's all that matters. Yeah, I get less cross about the wrong notes.
I totally agree. Yeah, of course. But in fact, you do play very, very accurately. And I'm always amazed. I was going to ask you, do you have special ways of practicing those things?
No, it's just, I think in my 20s, I did lots of pieces like that, or the Carmen, or the Bumblebee. So I was also physically more in the condition to do so. And you just really pray to someone and just let it go because you don't think about it.
And of course, if something happens, not a big deal. But
it's a big deal.
I'm just always so...
No, it's really like shut down the brain, I think, while playing. Because now I'm actually like, oh, but what expression? And then it's like, oh, that was not the right note.
So you mean you could close off a little bit and just let your hands do it?
I heard that's how people improvise, and I still haven't found that. Sight reading is part of brain that lights up, and then improvise is actually the same brain that lights up for blind people. So it's completely opposite of sight reading, and I haven't found that spot yet.
Yuja, I'm hoping you can help me answer some questions about classical music from our WQXR listeners. We've invited them to submit their queries, and we're going to do our best to answer them. And if we don't know the answer, we'll just make one up. Here's a question from Danny from New York.
Good afternoon, Mr. Emanuel. My name is Danny. I live in New York. What is the difference between a piano sonata and a piano concerto? Thank you for allowing me these questions.
So, would you like to take this?
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Sure.
Well, piano sonata and piano concerto is in the same form, but concerto involves an orchestra.
Excellent answer.
Okay.
But there's also something called sonata style, which would simply mean that in a certain period, in the period of Haydn, Mozart, the idea is that there is a section called the exposition, which starts the music.
Right.
Then there's a middle section which develops. And then there's a recapitulation, which is a recapitulation of what we started with. And that's kind of a standard form. And that form can be found in piano sonatas and in piano concertos.
Exactly.
So the difference is how you define the word. But certainly what you said was absolutely right. Sonatas are either for one instrument, maybe two, but basically a concerto is for more instruments with a soloist.
Right.
Right? That's a good, solid answer. Thank you, Danny. You played a fabulous concert, which ended with the 4 Chopin ballades. Do you have any sense of story when you play a piece of music? I mean, is a ballade, for example?
Well, yeah, that's all about narration.
Do you have an actual picture, or is it kind of...
kind of disjunct scenarios, I guess. But I guess it's just like a general emotion. And then I kind of see what happens on stage. And then I try to think about it in a bigger structure of the 4 of them in one story, actually.
Wow.
Rather
amazing.
than 4 stories.
But let's say it's a Beethoven sonata. Do you feel there's a story?
I think I feel the frame, like an architect, more than the story. Yeah, the harmonic language.
I see. So harmony plays a big part in it.
For sure, yeah. The story, for me, I can think about it when I practice it, maybe. It helps imagination. But I feel like all of it should come from the intrinsic language of the piece.
When you do a set of pieces like the Chopin ballades, there's such a long history of performance of that music.
I heard you recording. It was my favorite.
Forget my recording, but there are people from the 20s and 30s.
From Chopin's time.
You must have listened to a lot of those things, right, over the years. Do you feel that influences you directly, or is it something you assimilate?
I try not to. I mean, I feel like pieces that I really internalized and recorded and felt like I'm so convinced by what I want to say that I actually do not have a preset idea of it. So I try not to hear piano playing.
I see.
I started doing that when I was in my teens.
I see.
That's why I heard so much like symphonic stuff, chamber music. I try not to have anything influence. But if I have a question, I'll kind of consult a recording to see what they did. And
well, now, for instance, we do have recordings of Rachmaninoff playing the pieces. I wonder, did that affect you at all?
Yes. I mean, none of those very cheesy sentimentality. You know, if people are like, oh, you should take more time, I'm like, did you hear Rachmaninoff play?
So you're kind of struck. I mean, that does influence.
Well, the Rock 3 is definitely lots of Horowitz recording. There's 2. I think there's the one with Ormandy. I remember the cover of the CD where he's bowing in Carnegie.
Yes,
same orchestra, actually, Philadelphia, I think.
I grew up with the one with Reiner from
Reiner.
Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or actually RCA Victor Symphony. Sorry, I think.
It could be that one, too.
But that's from the 50s. We have another caller inquiry. Betsy has a question about encores.
Okay.
Hi, Manny. My name is Betsy from Cortlandt Manor, New York. My question has to do with encores. When do you decide to do an encore? And if you do, how do you decide which piece to play? I'm interested in this because I've been to concerts where the audience was calling for an encore and the performer didn't do one, and other concerts where the performer did 5. Thank you.
Okay, well, this is, Yuja, this is a perfect question for you because you are the queen of encores.
Sometimes.
How do you decide on how many or how few or any at all?
Well, I try not to play too many when I'm playing concertos because I did get a lecture from Leon Fleischer in Ravinia when I was before 20. I remember I did Beethoven Concerto 1. And then, of course, back then I have like Turkish March, Carmen, all this showy stuff. And he said I completely cheapened a gorgeous performance of Beethoven. And also he felt like musicians on stage, they were not supposed to be obliged to be force-feeding those trashy pieces. So it's very conflicting instructions I get. But of course, I also got grilled in Lucerne when I did 2 Ravel concertos, which I thought was enough. And then they had a symphony after the concerto. So without intermission, so I didn't play encore. And then I was asked by 3 journalists saying, how can you be so mean, so cruel to your fans?
Wow.
So I really don't have an answer. I feel like whatever I do is probably wrong. So so I just, I started doing so many encores when I did recitals. And especially the recital in Vienna, because I really feel bad. My first half was Schoenberg, Opus 25. And I feel like I should give audience some bonbons in the end. But then my feedback from audience is like, we love the third part of the recital, which is the encore part. Sometimes I did go for like half an hour. But also, it was nice to play in a gorgeous hall. I want to play those pieces. It's like meeting an old friend, to check out the acoustic, to feel where I am physically, musically, emotionally, and spiritually after I played all that.
Betsy, it's actually a great question because I've been to a number of Yuja concerts and I never know how many you're going to do and how you're feeling, but it's very exciting and it's wonderful, and I hope you keep it up and just keep playing more and more encores. With an orchestra, there's sometimes a problem because, first of all, there's union rules for overtime.
Exactly.
And
they don't
want to sit there for extra time.
Exactly.
And so that's one issue. But I have to say, I disagree with Leon about cheapening things. I think it's fine. I think it's wonderful to play a beautiful performance of a Beethoven concerto, and then to play fabulous performances of everything you do, like Trash Polska. And it's great. Right. It's absolutely great. Anyway, I think it's a great question. Thank you, Betsy. I hope this answers a little bit. I'm Manny Ax, and you're listening to Classical Music Happy Hour. We'll be back in just a moment with more of our conversation with Yuja Wang.
Since WNYC's first broadcast in 1924, we've been dedicated to creating the kind of content we know the world needs. In addition to this award-winning reporting, your sponsorship also supports inspiring storytelling and extraordinary music that is free and accessible to all. To get in touch and find out more, visit sponsorship.wnyc.org.
I'm Manny Ax. Let's go back to our conversation with Yuja Wang. This show is called the Classical Music Happy Hour. So I'm allowed...
Oh, where's the drinks?
That's what I'm allowed to ask you. What is your favorite drink after a long day?
If it's a really, really heavy day, something smoky and spicy. So like something with...
A sausage?
What? A mezcal.
Mezcal.
Jalapeno or something.
Okay.
If it's a lighter day, gin tonic. Dirty gin. Yeah.
Okay.
I like olive more than twist.
What's the best book you've ever read about music, if you can pick one?
I would say any novel by Murakami.
I'm also a big fan.
For example, the 1Q84, it starts with the Janáček Sinfonietta. That's what's on my mind.
Great.
Yeah.
What is the first album you bought with your own money?
Probably your Chopin. No.
I doubt it.
Wow, CD days, that was so long ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either you or Claudio or Mata or somewhere in China.
Is there a first piece of music you fell in love with?
Yes, the Swan Lake by Tchaikovsky.
Okay, beautiful.
And then Chopin Nocturnes.
You were asked about a favorite piece, and you brought up the Prokofiev Scythian Suite. Mm-hmm. You know, first time I ever heard it was last night.
Oh, Oh.
I listened to it last night.
What do you think?
It's very dramatic and powerful.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Sac, right?
Exactly. That's sacre, sacre de printemps. It's the rite of spring. It's funny, there are parts of it which actually, they have almost the same notes. E and G, you know, those that. What about the Scythian suite draws you?
The mythical part.
There's something primal about it?
Very primal, very mythical, very before human had civilization. I think that's what attracted me about Prokofiev, is that childlike energy, just raw.
You travel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you love or hate the actual process?
I hate security. I hate waiting. The initial excitement of going to see a new place is definitely gone because I've been doing this since when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to say, I just took 3 weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of came back. I was excited to go. And it needs to practice to be on stage, actually. Because the first concert, rehearsal was fine. Sounded great. And then, there was 2,600 people only, but they all sucked up the sound. And then when I was on stage, I was like, this is not how I sounded in the rehearsal. And then I kind of all of a sudden got really self-conscious. Like, do I have my sound?
So it's important to keep playing.
To keep just feeling comfortable on stage.
Right.
And to be kind of up for it. Because in pajamas for 3 weeks. And you know what, where it hurts the most after the first concert? My feet.
But I just wanted to know about when you say it's no longer exciting to come to a new place, you probably have made friends almost everywhere that you've gone.
Yeah. So we do keep in touch. Yeah.
And there's a kind of comfort in that, probably.
That and in good hotels, in good spas.
Mm-hmm.
I do look forward to someone cleaning my room instead of myself doing laundry, I like that part on the road. But I think it's mainly the security and going through immigration. That's the drill. And sometimes you go through that in the morning or like a few hours before you have to be in front of the people to play. It's like a dichotomy of really life to a very glamorous one.
Speaking of glamorous, I know you like wearing high heels.
Mm.
I don't...
It's short,
for whatever reason. Thanks. But I don't understand how you manage.
I can teach you.
But you have no issue.
Patience.
You have no issue using the pedals with those incredibly high heels.
I know.
And you've just learned to do it.
And sometimes they have platforms, so you really don't feel it. And, I use the pedal, now another pedal to turn pages.
Right, you actually do that.
That's tricky. That I do have to practice with the high heels to know the right time and the right touch.
Yes, and you're able to do it while you're still playing the piano.
Yeah. That's why I have
amazing.
to, sometimes, it's functional to wear a short dress because then I know where the pedal is. I can see it.
I never thought of that. I never thought of that as a reason for anything, but that's fine.
It's very liberating to know where your pedal is.
Okay. Here's another question that I know you're just going to love.
Okay.
My name is Sonny, and I'm from Mobile, Alabama. My question is, have you ever been presented with an instrument for a performance that you simply didn't want to play?
Would you like to take that?
Actually, my thing is I hate piano selection. We have that luxury sometimes we also choose pianos for halls.
Sometimes,
yes, I chose it for the Disney Hall in LA. And then actually a few months ago I played, I was like, this is really piano. And they told me I'm the one who chose it. It's like, wow, it was better before.
Yes, it's terrible.
It kind of depends on the mood.
It's bad to pick a piano for a hall because every other pianist is going to say, who picked this piece of crap?
Exactly.
Everybody.
And also, it's hard to pick because you are not in the room
Right.
acoustic, so
Right.
you don't know.
Right.
And I feel like one piano is like a more ring top and more bang bass, like I want, a boomy. And some piano has a more mellow and more blended middle, and I just want both of them.
I get the feeling, though, that you usually make friends with your piano. I mean, you know, if it's a good piano,
have
you'll
to.
you'll play on it.
Totally,
Because there are people that want things exactly one way. You know, and I don't think you're like
No.
that.
Give me one piano and give me 2 hours of
Preparing.
stage
Yes.
time
Yes.
on stage, not in a garage. And then so I'm used to the acoustic. But of course now I realize it changes completely when there's thousands of people coming in, especially in winter with their coats.
And it's not so much about the brand of piano, is it? It's more individual pianos.
Oh,
what we're
totally.
talking
And also
about.
the
Yeah.
action, and maybe sometimes
Yeah.
the tuner can do something, less friction, more sound. But as long as I have that 1 to 2 hours of adjusting to it,
Yeah.
I will feel like it's my own instrument. Yeah.
So there you are. Thank you, Sunny, for the question. I was completely blown away by that concert you did with the Philharmonic. That was really, really fantastic because
Thank you.
did 3 really, really difficult pieces, both from the conducting and playing point of view. I just thought it was phenomenal. I'm curious, what do you think the challenge of conducting is? Why do you want to play without conductor?
Well, like I always said, I feel like playing concerto is basically just like playing chamber music with a bigger group. And I always, when I play concertos, I know very well who's playing what.
Right, right.
At least the old pieces. It's all started from Claudio, where listening is the key. And of course, you're just part of...
This is Claudio Abbado you're talking about, right?
I feel comfortable when I play conduct, and I actually choose pieces that's not Beethoven or Mozart or Chopin even, because I'm trying to avoid the tutti part. That's the hard part for me.
Because there you have to actually do the conducting and not play.
So it's super comfortable when I'm playing because from the musicians, it's clear because you're basically speaking with music. I don't know for sure the result is better. Then it's not like you're also more free. It's not like we're doing it the same way all the time. So we're together. I might do it differently, but we're still together because everyone's flexible and malleable at that moment.
I suppose with a Mahler symphony or a Tchaikovsky symphony, at some level, there's going to be leadership because when you have 16 first violins, you probably at least have to follow one of the violinists. In a certain sense, it's the idea of complete democracy in an orchestra is very difficult just because of that.
Yeah, but each section
you can come close. You can come
leader
closer to
already.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
But you haven't thought about, for example, doing Mahler 6.
I know how it starts.
I mean,
it's
that's
in A minor.
It's just a big.
It's a little long, and I don't think I can stand on my heels for that. No, dude, I don't even know how to read the winds. I don't know how to transpose. That's very confusing.
I understand that too.
Yes, I can. I'm sight reading really well for piano, but then when I see the scores, it's
reading a score is actually a huge challenge.
It is, and I
because
did
you have to
not.
practice it because when you read the notes,
transposing
it's a fifth
for the
of it's
horn.
five notes away or 4 notes away
Or three,
or whatever it is.
Clarinet in A or
and
B.
the real conductive people that conduct this music have to really learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of practice. Well, I, for one, would love to see you in flat shoes doing a Mahler symphony.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It's very whiny.
Yeah. The Mahler or the shoes?
The Mahler.
The Mahler, okay. We're here to challenge you today, Yuja, with a game we're calling the Newly Dead Game. We'll give you some clues on how a famous composer dies, and you tell us which answer is correct. Are you ready?
Yes.
Composer number 1, Alexander Scriabin, Russian composer who loved the ideas of dark magic and mysticism. But it was an everyday morning ritual that led to his demise. A, getting his hand stuck in a coffee grinder and blowing to death. B, shaving his mustache with a straight razor. C, going out for the newspaper and getting trampled by a horse. Or D, scrolling through his phone and having a sudden heart attack.
Wow. They're all so unlikely. I see. It's actually not as easy as I thought. What was the first one? The coffee, I think, is a beard. Is it?
It's the beard. You're right. It's the shaving. It's the shaving. Alexander Scriabin cut himself shaving, developed a pimple that led to blood poisoning, and that killed him. So composer number 2, Beethoven.
Okay.
That's Ludwig van Beethoven to you. It's 1827. He is in his bed dying of what most historians think was probably liver disease. What kind of considerate gift did his publisher send him? Was it?
Wine? No.
Was it a very expensive fruit basket from Harry and David? The one with fruit, chocolate, and 4 cheeses? B, a new Steinway piano featuring his name etched in gold on the side?
Right.
C, a royalty check for £250 sterling,
Aw.
and they waived their usual fee. D, a case of wine.
Oh, I said wine.
You're absolutely right. A case of wine. As Beethoven
Please die faster.
as Beethoven lay dying with a failing liver, his publishers thought, you know what he needs? You know what he'd really appreciate? A case of wine.
Wow.
And as a matter of fact, apparently Beethoven's last words were, "Pity, it's come too late." Composer number 3. Franz Joseph Haydn is known as the father of the symphony. They never have the mother of the symphony, which is kind of annoying, I think. But we'll get to there. But when he died, there was something missing from his burial. What was missing from his burial?
This is a little further.
A, his wife she never once visited. B, his lucky baton, which he very specifically asked to be buried in his right hand until the end of time. C, his car keys and wallet. D, his head.
I guess his baton. Or is it his wife?
Actually, the answer is his head.
His head?
Haydn's head was robbed from his grave a few days after burial by a budding phrenologist who kept it on his mantelpiece for a while. And when he got caught, he gave a fake head back, which was reburied with Haydn. And it wasn't until 145 years later that Haydn was reunited with his actual skull. But because so much time had passed, they figured they'd leave the original skull in there anyway. Because who can really be sure about these things? So there are actually 2 skulls buried with Haydn to this day.
Oh, wow.
Well, we're at the end of this episode of Classical Music Happy Hour. Yuja Wang, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
I'm Manny Ax. Classical Music Happy Hour is supported in part by the Robert and Mercedes Eichholz Foundation and by Linda Nelson. Our production team includes Lauren Purcell-Joyner, Eileen Delahunty, Laura Boyman, Elizabeth Nonamaker, David Norville, Christine Herskovitz, and Ediem. Our engineering team includes George Wellington, Irene Trudell, and Chase Kulpon. Classical Music Happy Hour is produced by WQXR in partnership with Carnegie Hall.